What's behind Jungkook's gaze when discussing BTS's future? In the midst of a lot of speculation about the future of BTS, there is one moment that has recently continued to be the subject of discussion among fans around the world. Not an official announcement. It's not a big concert or a new song release. What makes many people curious is something that seems simple: Jungkook's gaze when talking about the future of BTS. For some people, a look is just a momentary expression that has no special meaning. But for fans who have followed BTS's journey for more than a decade, every expression, every pause in speech, and every change in body language of the members often keeps a story that is much deeper than what is seen on the surface. And this time, the public's attention was focused on Jungkook. When discussing BTS and the journey of the group that has raised its name, Jungkook looks different. Not different in a negative sense, but it shows maturity that is increasingly visible. The face that used to be known as a cheerful magne who is always full of energy now shows the figure of a mature man who has gone through so many experiences, pressures, achievements, and sacrifices. In that moment, Jungkook spoke calmly. No sensational words. There is no statement that directly reveals BTS's big plan. But it is the calmness that makes many people feel that there is something deep that they are thinking about. His gaze looked far away, as if he was remembering the long journey they had gone through together. A journey that started from a small dormitory, non-stop practice, doubts from many parties, until finally becoming one of the biggest music groups ever. In a matter of seconds, many fans felt that Jungkook was not only talking about the future, but also reminiscing about the past. BTS's journey is not an easy story. They have faced difficult times when their names were not widely known. They once performed in front of an audience that can be counted on the fingers. They used to be a group whose success was doubtful. But all of that is slowly changing thanks to extraordinary hard work. Jungkook is one of the living witnesses of the trip. He joined when he was still very young. Many people know him as a talented figure who has extraordinary abilities in the field of vocal, dance, and stage performance. But behind all that, Jungkook also grew up with BTS. His teenage years, the period of searching for his identity, until his adulthood took place under the world's spotlight. That is why when he talks about the future of BTS, fans feel that there are emotions that are difficult to explain with words. That look seemed to carry a message that the future of BTS is not just about music or activity schedules. The future of BTS is about friendship, loyalty, and bonds that have been formed over the years. Many ARMY admitted to feeling a mixture of emotions when they saw that moment. There is hope, there is longing, and there is pride. They see how Jungkook is no longer a shy young man when he first debuted. He has developed into a figure who is able to shoulder a great responsibility, not only for himself but also for the group he loves so much. What makes that moment even more interesting is how Jungkook did not give a definite answer about the various speculations that were circulating. He doesn't promise anything excessively. He didn't try to create a sensation. On the contrary, he spoke cautiously, as if he understood how much hope the fans had for BTS. Many observers judge that this attitude shows extraordinary maturity. In the entertainment world that is often filled with controversial statements in order to attract attention, Jungkook chooses a different path. He let his actions speak louder than his words. But precisely because of that, every sentence that comes out of his mouth feels like it has a greater weight. When he mentions BTS, there is a pride that cannot be hidden. When he talks about the members, there is such sincere respect. And when the topic of the future appeared, the look in his eyes became deeper, as if he was storing so many stories that had not yet been told. Some fans believe that the look shows optimism. They saw confidence in the way Jungkook spoke. A belief that BTS still has many things that they want to achieve together. That their journey is not over. That there are still big dreams that are being arranged slowly. On the other hand, there are also those who see an emotional touch in the expression. After years of living as part of a global phenomenon called BTS, Jungkook certainly understands that time goes on. The world changes. The music industry has changed. The members' personal lives also develop. But in the midst of all those changes, one thing seems to remain the same: their commitment to BTS. Jungkook's gaze seemed to illustrate the understanding of the reality. He knows that the future can never be fully predicted. But he also knows that the relationship that has been built with the members is not something that can be easily replaced. For the fans, this is what makes BTS different. They are not just a group of musicians who work together because of contracts or business interests. They are a group of individuals who have grown together, fallen together, got up together, and achieved dreams together. The bond felt real, and Jungkook seemed to remind everyone of it through just one look. As time goes by, speculations about BTS's future project are likely to continue to emerge. There will be various theories, various predictions, and various rumors circulating on social media. But in the midst of all that noise, many ARMY choose to focus on something simpler: trust. Belief that BTS will make the best decision for themselves. The belief that the members still appreciate the love that has been given by fans over the years. And the belief that Jungkook, along with the other members, still has the same spirit as when they first stepped on stage. In the end, there may be no definite answer about what is really behind Jungkook's gaze when discussing the future of BTS. Maybe only Jungkook knew what was on his mind at that time. But one thing is clear: that moment managed to touch the hearts of millions of people. Because sometimes, a look can convey more things than 1,000 words. In that gaze, fans see memories of the past, hope for the future, and unchanging love for BTS. And as long as that hope is still there, as long as the bond between BTS and ARMY remains strong, then their story will continue, opening new chapters that may be bigger, more emotional, and more historic than anyone has ever imagined before. That moment continued to be a topic of conversation for the following days. On various social media platforms, fans try to understand what they see. Some upload the video clip repeatedly, slowing down the movement, paying attention to Jungkook's facial expression from second to second, as if there is a hidden message that he is trying to convey to the world. This phenomenon is actually not a new thing in BTS's journey. Over the years, the members are known as figures who often convey their feelings honestly, but still keep many important things in their hearts. They don't always reveal everything directly. Sometimes, the greatest emotion can be seen from the way they smile, from the changed tone of voice, or from the gaze that momentarily lost focus when remembering the long journey they have gone through. Jungkook is one of the members who most often makes fans curious because of his nature that tends to be simple in speaking. He is not the type of person who likes to use excessive words to describe his feelings. But precisely because of that, when he shows certain emotions, the impact feels much stronger. Many old fans remember how Jungkook once expressed his gratitude to the BTS members several times. Since his teenage years, his life is closely related to the group. He grew up with 6 people who were not only co-workers, but also his second family. They watch the process of becoming an adult. They see it when they fail, when they succeed, when they laugh, even when they cry. Therefore, when the topic of BTS's future comes up, it's hard to imagine that Jungkook is only thinking about the next schedule or project. Most likely what was in his mind was much bigger than that. The future of BTS means the future of a relationship that has been built for more than a decade. The future of BTS means the continuation of the dream that was once started by 7 young people who never imagined that one day they would change the history of world music. Jungkook's gaze at that time seemed to show the weight of the responsibility he felt. As one of the most well-known figures in the global entertainment world, every word he says can make headlines. Every movement is noticed by millions of people. But behind all the spotlights, he is still an ordinary human who has hopes and worries. Maybe that's what makes many fans feel emotional. They didn't see an international superstar at that moment. They saw a man who was thinking about something very meaningful in his life. On the other hand, many parties believe that the future of BTS actually looks brighter. BTS's name has gone beyond the boundaries of the music industry. They are not only known for their songs, but also for their great cultural influence. They have inspired millions of people to dream higher, work harder, and not give up on the circumstances. In that context, Jungkook's gaze could reflect the awareness of the great heritage they have built together. A legacy that won't just go away. A legacy that will continue to live through music, memories, and relationships that have been created between BTS and ARMY. Fans who have followed this group's journey since the beginning understand one important thing. BTS's success never came instantly. All the achievements they have achieved are the result of extraordinary sacrifices. Years of training, tight schedules, heavy mental stress, and ever-increasing expectations are part of a journey that is rarely seen by the public. Jungkook knows all that better than anyone else. He experienced everything directly. He was there when BTS was unknown. He was there when they started to get the world's attention. And he was also there when the group managed to reach the peak that was previously considered impossible. That is why many fans feel that the gaze holds a deep sense of pride. Proud of the journey they have gone through. Proud of the members who always support each other. And proud of the fans who never left them, even in the most difficult moments. There is one thing that is often forgotten when people talk about the future of BTS. Many people focus on concerts, albums, or new achievements. But for the members themselves, maybe the most important thing is to stay together. Maintain the relationship they have built over the years. Remain a place to go home to each other when the outside world feels too heavy. And if it's true that's what Jungkook was thinking at that time, then it's not surprising if his gaze looks so deep. Because there is nothing more valuable than a relationship that has accompanied a person throughout his life. Over time, the public may get more answers about BTS's future plans. There will be announcements, new projects, and maybe big moments that will again shake the world music industry. But until that time comes, this one simple moment will still be remembered by many people. Jungkook's gaze was not just a momentary expression. For many ARMY, it is a symbol. A symbol of a long journey full of struggle. A symbol of hope that is still burning. And a symbol of the belief that whatever happens in the future, the bond between BTS and their fans will always be the most important part of this amazing story. Maybe the world is waiting for the next big news from BTS. Maybe millions of fans are counting the days to see them recreate history. But before all that happened, there was one message that seemed to be conveyed without the need to be said: this journey is not over. And if you look at Jungkook's confident eyes when discussing the future of BTS, many people believe that the most interesting chapter of their story may not have begun yet.